There are signs, invisible whispers before the door swings open, a stirring in the air before the treasure comes, a rhythm beneath the silence. You may not see the wealth yet with your physical eyes, but your soul, oh yes, your soul, has already caught wind of it. Divine supply always announces itself before the outer manifestation arrives. And the wise ones, the listening ones, the aligned ones, they feel it. They know something is shifting, something is calling, something is rising up, ready to meet them in the visible. Prosperity, my dear, never arrives unannounced. The universe is orderly. God is precise. The law is exact. Before the gold lands in your palm, the vibration of it begins to stir your spirit. And that stirring, that whisper, is the sign. Before the demonstration comes the conviction. And when your conviction rises, your world must follow. So, what are these signs? What are these holy echoes of wealth drawing near? Today, we will walk through 7 sacred signs that often come before the floodgates of abundance burst wide open. These signs are not accidents. They are not tricks of the mind. They are the language of your soul, aligning with the source. And if you are seeing these signs, do not ignore them. Do not dismiss them. Because you, beloved, are standing on wealthy ground, even if your feet do not yet touch gold. You are walking the bridge of manifestation. And the signs are your guideposts. Let us begin with the first divine clue. You feel a strange calmness, though nothing outside has changed. Bills may still sit on the counter. The numbers in your account may not yet sing songs of abundance. And yet peace. A stillness you can't explain. You feel held. You feel provided for. You feel safe. This peace is not of the world. It is not logical. It is spiritual. It is the peace that passes all understanding. It is your higher self confirming what the outer world has not yet shown. The money is coming. The door is swinging open. Your good is already here, and your soul knows it. That calmness is not denial. It is knowing. And when you know, your world must show. Pause now and think. Have you felt this peace? Have you found yourself unusually calm in the midst of your lack? That is no mistake. That is no ordinary feeling. That is divine confirmation. When your inner world shifts before your outer world does, you are walking in faith. And faith is the substance. It is the mold of wealth before wealth appears. Stay there. Rest there. Do not panic. Do not run. And above all, do not speak against it. Declare instead, though I see not the way sees me. Though I hold not the money holds me. That is wealth consciousness. That is divine alignment. That is one of the first signs. And now, the second sign. Oh, this one is a favorite of the angels. You see repeated numbers over and over and over. Angel numbers 888, 1111, 444, 22. These numbers come to speak to you. They are not random. They are not coincidence. 888 is the number of infinite abundance. 1111 is the portal, the opening, the invitation to align. 444 is angelic protection. And 2 to 22 is balance and divine timing. You look at your phone and see 1111. You glance at a receipt 8.88. You wake in the night and the clock says 2022. My dear, the veil is thin, and your prosperity is near. Numbers are the language of the divine. Pay attention. Do not dismiss these signs. The angels are not subtle when you are listening. They are showing you that the spiritual substance of money is already forming. They are saying, we are near. We are working. We are preparing your path. Keep your thoughts clear. Keep your faith strong. Keep your mouth in agreement with your good. Say with me now. Infinite Spirit, I am open and ready to receive. I walk through the portal of prosperity. These numbers are messages. They are the divine saying, keep going. Do not stop. You are closer than you think. Let us return now. Loop back, as we must, to the truth of the calmness. Let that feeling come back to your mind, the strange peace, the unshakable knowing, the sudden silence inside of you that says all is well. This is no illusion. This is the wealth before wealth. You are being trained. You are being tuned. The universe is arranging its steps. You are learning to receive on the invisible plane first. And what you hold in the unseen must come to be seen. Say it aloud. Before the demonstration comes the conviction. That conviction is calmness. That conviction is peace. That conviction is knowing. And as we build, let us add the third sign. You begin to hear certain words or phrases again and again and again. They echo, they repeat. A friend says, something big is coming for you. You hear a podcast and the host says, breakthrough is around the corner. You turn on a song and the lyrics say, it's your time. These words are not coincidence. They are not small. They are divine confirmation. The universe speaks in patterns, and patterns are prophecies. What you hear repeatedly, you are being invited to believe, to accept, to expect. When you hear the same words more than once, especially if they stir your spirit, pause, close your eyes, take them in. They are messengers. They are the voice of God speaking through the world around you. I once said, Intuition is a spiritual faculty and does not explain, but simply points the way. These repeated words are intuition clothed in sound. They are signs that the wealth is near, that the door is ready, that the gift is unfolding. Declare now, the word I hear is the world I hold. I align with divine speech and receive divine supply. Now you begin to feel a pattern, don't you? You begin to see how the signs speak. You begin to realize that wealth comes not just in numbers, not just in checks, but in feelings, in visions, in echoes. The universe is generous, but she is also subtle. She whispers before she roars. And those who hear the whispers prepare for the roar. Let me say that again for your soul. Those who hear the whispers prepare for the roar. Do you feel your energy shifting already? That is not imagination. That is resonance. That is remembrance. You are not learning these signs. You are remembering them. Your soul already knows. It has walked this path before. Wealth is not new to your spirit, only to your experience. And experience always follows consciousness. So, shall we continue? The fourth sign is subtle, but it is powerful. You feel an urge to declutter. You feel a sudden pull to clean your home, to throw things away, to release old clothes, papers, gifts, even relationships. You look at your closet and feel burdened. You look at your friend list and feel tired. You begin to say, this no longer feels like me. And that, my dear, is sacred. Because it means the new you is arriving, the wealthy version of you is being born. The rich you, the powerful you, the aligned you. That version needs space to live, and the old must go. Decluttering is spiritual. It is the physical act of saying, I expect better. I prepare for more. I no longer hold on to what was, for I am ready for what will be. When you declutter, you signal to the universe, I am ready. I am making room. I am clearing the channel. Prosperity is a flow, not a storage. If you are feeling the urge to let go, honor it. Do not resist. Clean the drawer. Release the old friend. Donate the jacket. Burn the letter. Let go of the past to receive the present. Say with me now, I let go to let in. I clear the old and I call in the gold. Infinite Spirit, I prepare the temple for the treasure. Loop back again, beloved. Return with me now to that deep knowing. The calm, the numbers, the repeated words, the clearing out. These are not isolated moments. They are the signs of a coming harvest. They are the divine preparing the field. They are evidence. Proof. They are the beginnings of your testimony. And do not let the world confuse you. People may say, but where is the money? Where is the proof? Show me the gold. Oh, but we know better, don't we? We know that. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. And what is not yet seen is already here, already unfolding, already promised. So I ask you now, are you seeing the signs? Are you hearing the words? Are you feeling the pull?
Then rejoice, yes, rejoice!
Even if the bank account looks the same. Even if your job title hasn't changed. Even if no one around you understands. Because the spiritual substance is more real than the physical shell. And you are aligning, you are listening, you are awakening. We are not done, my dear. This is just the beginning. In our next gathering, we shall explore the rest of the signs. But for now, rest in this truth. Wealth is not coming, it is already here. You are not hoping, you are receiving. You are not waiting, you are preparing. Declare now, I see the signs. I honor the signs. I trust the signs. My wealth is inevitable, and so it is. We now return, beloved soul, to the rhythm of divine order. We return to the unfolding, to the voice behind the voice, to the signs that speak, not with noise, but with knowing. For those with ears to hear, everything is a message, and for those with hearts to believe, the signs are always speaking, always moving, always confirming. And so, if you have been seeing the signs we've already spoken of, the calmness, the numbers, the echoing words, the urge to clear your space, then you are not waiting for your wealth. You are already walking in it. You are already becoming the vibration of it. You are already magnetizing the moment. Now let us continue with the sacred clues. These signs are not just signs. They are spiritual evidence. The spiritual always precedes the material. And when the spiritual evidence becomes consistent, the physical proof must come forth. That is law, divine law, immutable, unstoppable, irrefutable. And so we move now to the fifth sign. A curious thing begins to happen. Money begins to trickle in, not in large sums, not in full-blown windfalls, yet, but small amounts out of nowhere, a gift, a rebate, a refund, a random bonus. Someone pays for your coffee, a forgotten account is found, a random check arrives in the mail, you're given something of value you didn't ask for. You feel surprised, yes, but not confused. Because deep inside, something says, of course this came, of course I received this, your soul expected it, because wealth has already been invited. This is the universe testing your receptivity. These small demonstrations are like the first drops of rain before the downpour. They are not random. They are confirmation, a spiritual yes, a message that says, you have shifted, you are no longer chasing, you are now attracting, you are no longer forcing, you are now allowing, and when you allow, you receive. Now pause. Can you recall a recent moment like this? Something small, something seemingly unplanned, arriving with your name written on it. That was not coincidence, that was alignment. Declare it now. Every small blessing is a prophecy of a greater one. I welcome the trickle, for the flood is near. The wealthy mindset does not overlook the small. The wealthy spirit says, if I can honor the trickle, I am prepared for the stream. Remember, even a mighty oak begins as a seed. Even a flood begins with one drop. And so we loop back again, as Florence often did, to the inner feeling, that strange calmness we discussed, that deep knowing, that spiritual preparation. For now, the small trickle confirms what your soul already knew: the door is open, the good is near, the wealth is whispering, and now the sixth sign. Oh, this one is sacred, one of the most overlooked, yet one of the most powerful. You begin to dream, and your dreams are not ordinary, they are rich, they are golden. You see coins, gold, jewelries, you dream of luxury, beauty, harvest, abundance. Or perhaps you do not see wealth itself, but you feel it in the dream. You are being honored, celebrated, elevated, promoted. The imagery may shift, but the emotion is the same. You are rising. The soul dreams in symbols. And when wealth is near, the subconscious mind begins to rehearse to reality before it unfolds. You dream of gold because gold is near. You see the palace because you are walking toward royalty. You feel promoted in the dream because promotion is on your path. Say it now. My dreams are divine previews. My subconscious is speaking the future into now. The spiritual realm is generous. It loves to prepare you. And if you are dreaming of wealth, even if your waking life hasn't yet caught up, take heart. That is the dream state giving you permission to believe. It is telling Yug, you are worthy of this vision. You are ready to receive. I once said, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Dreams are a kind of preparation. They soften your resistance. They prepare the psyche. They stretch your vision, and if you receive them with faith, they unlock the gates. Now let us pause. Let us feel. Let us breathe into this. You have now seen the signs of calmness, of numbers, of repeating words, of letting go, of receiving small blessings, and of dreaming of riches. These are not 6 separate events. These are one movement, one melody, one rising song. Each is a note. Each is a chord, each is a line in the story of your becoming. And now, we arrive at the 7th sign. The one that binds them all. The one that carries the others into full bloom. You feel a deep sense of knowing. You wake up and something feels different. You cannot explain it. You cannot point to any physical change. But your spirit says it's here. Something is happening. Something big is near. You go about your day with a lightness, not giddy, not frantic, just sure, steady, certain. It is as if something within you has clicked, and once that click happens, the physical world must respond. This deep knowing is the final sign, the sacred seal. When you feel it, you are no longer praying from lack. You are thanking from fullness. You are not wishing. You are receiving. You say to yourself, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's done. That knowing is wealth before wealth. That knowing is manifestation before matter. That knowing is power. And beloved, this is not arrogance. This is not fantasy. This is faith, unshakable, divine, magnetic faith. It is the echo of answered prayer. It is the vibration of fulfilled promise. When you carry this knowing, the world aligns to meet you. Doors open, people appear, money flows, because the knowing is what opens the channel. Say it aloud. I know it's mine. I know it's near. I know I receive. Let us loop one more time. One more sacred turn, because your soul learns through repetition with feeling. Calmness, the first whisper of manifestation. Angel numbers, the coded signals of divine order. Repeated words, the universe's voice echoing through space and time. Decluttering, the symbolic release that invites the new. Small gifts, the first harvest drops. Dreams, the imagination rehearsing the reality. And the deep knowing, the signature of divine completion. Each sign feeds the other. Each sign multiplies the others. Each sign is proof that you are not waiting. You are preparing. Let me tell you a holy truthing: the signs are not just signs. They are the arrival. When you recognize them, you align with them. When you honor them, you accelerate the manifestation. Do not fall into the trap of doubt. Do not cancel your harvest with your words. Do not look at your bank balance and call yourself poor. You are not poor. You are pregnant with wealth. You are not broke. You are breaking through. You are not stuck. You are standing at the gate. Say this with me now and let your whole being agree. Trust the signs. I speak only of my good. I magnify the movement. I walk in the energy of answered prayer. Let me remind you of one of my most beloved truths. Before the demonstration comes the conviction. And beloved, if you are seeing these signs, if you feel these shifts, then the conviction is already here. And if the conviction is here, the demonstration is coming. That is the law, that is the promise, that is the word. And the word never returns void. Even now as you listen, you are attracting. Even now your vibration is rising. Even now something is shifting. You may not feel it all at once. You may not see it with the eyes, but the seed is moving in the soil. And when the seed moves, the harvest must come. You are not imagining this. You are not mistaken. You are in the final hour before the door. Do not turn back. Do not stop speaking the word. Do not water your weeds with doubt. Instead, water your wealth with praise. Say it again. I see the signs. I honor the signs. I thank the signs. My wealth is done. My wealth is done. And so it is. And now, dear listener, dear soul, dear magnet for miracles, we walk further into the light of conviction. We have named the signs. We have traced the path. You have seen the calmness. You've caught the numbers, the words, the clearing, the gifts, the dreams, and the knowing. And if you have seen these signs, even one, even just one, then hear this truth: you are in the vibration of wealth. You are in the current of prosperity. You are in the pull of answered prayer. But now we must ask, what will you do with the signs? Because the signs are only invitations. Invitations into alignment. Invitations into faith. Invitations into embodiment. The signs don't create the manifestation, your response to them does. And this is the sacred moment, right now, where your spiritual maturity must rise. Where you must decide not just to notice the signs, but to walk with them. To live as though what you've prayed for has already arrived. Remember what I once wrote: man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, though there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. But beloved, you do have the signs. You do have the signs. Which means, your preparation must now match your prophecy. And so I ask you gently, but firmly, are you speaking against your good? Are you watering weeds instead of seeds? Are you calling yourself broke while wealth is calling your name? Are you doubting the very signs you asked to see? The spiritual realm is generous, but it cannot override your disbelief. The signs are a gift, but your belief is the gate. And so we loop again. Not because you forget, but because your spirit learns through repetition. Repetition is how faith is formed. Let us say them again. You felt calm. You saw numbers. You heard repeated words. You felt called to clear your space. You received small gifts. You dreamed of rifts. And you felt the knowing. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. And when confirmation arrives, demonstration is close behind. But your speech must match your sight. You cannot say, I'm waiting on my blessing, while living like you've been denied. Say instead, I am preparing as if it's already done. I am receiving as if it's already mine. I am living as though the universe cannot fail. That is the faith that manifests. That is the conviction that pulls demonstration from the unseen into the seen. That is spiritual authority. And here is what the world won't tell you, but Florence would do. You do not get wealth by striving for it. You receive wealth by aligning with it. There is nothing to chase. The signs didn't come because you worked harder. They came because you aligned deeper. And every moment you notice a sign, and choose to respond with praise instead of panic, you build the bridge between desire and demonstration. Now, let us go deeper into one of the most powerful truths: your word is your wand. You cannot afford to cast spells of lack. You cannot afford to say things like, I'm always broke, or nothing ever works out, or it's just too hard. Every time you say those things, you step out of alignment. You shut the gate, you cancel your harvest. But when you speak power, even in the middle of uncertainty, when you say, something good is happening, money is moving, miracles are mine, wealth is here, you reopen the channel. You reopen the heavens. Say this aloud right now, with your whole heart, as if heaven is listening. Because at Izulg, every time I speak in faith, the heavens move. Every time I speak in doubt, the doors close. I choose to speak as one who already has the wealth. Beloved soul, can you feel it? We are not just talking about wealth anymore. We are not just describing the signs. We are creating the atmosphere for it. Right now, your faith is forming the substance. Right now, your words are weaving the reality. Right now, your vibration is the mold for your future. This is the part of the journey where the shift becomes permanent. This is the point where you no longer treat signs like novelties, but like evidence. You no longer beg. You believe. You no longer doubt. You declare. Let me remind you once more of the beautiful loop we are living in. Signs lead to faith. Faith responds with preparation. Preparation welcomes demonstration. Say it again, not just with your mouth, but with your spirit. I prepare with confidence. I speak with power. I receive without fear. My wealth is unfolding now. Let us talk now about resistance, the quiet voice that whispers against your good. It often comes right after the signs appear. That voice says, maybe I imagined it. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's not for me. But beloved, that voice is not your soul. That is not divine guidance. That is the echo of old fear, the residue of a former mindset. But you are not that anymore. You are not in lack. You are in light. You are not in waiting. You are in welcoming. You are not in begging. You are in belonging. You are a spiritual being, and spiritual beings do not wait for the world to validate them. They validate themselves. They speak the word. They trust the sign. They prepare for the promise. And when the fear arises, you do not argue with it. You outgrow it. Let the fear speak, but do not let it stay. Let the doubt whisper. Do not let it direct. Let the resistance visit, but do not let it move in. Instead, return to the signs. That is your map. That is your compass. That is your proof. You feel calm without reason. Did you see 88 or 111 over and over? Did you hear the same words again and again? Did you feel the call to release and declutter? Did small money or favor appear out of nowhere? Did you dream of gold or rising? Did you wake up with a quiet, sacred knowing? Then listen to me now. You are not crazy. You are called. You are not imagining things. You are initiating things. You are not hoping for a miracle. You are hosting one. Say it aloud. Let heaven record it. Let earth respond. I am hosting a miracle. I am walking with the signs. I am living in the current of divine wealth. This is your moment. This is your yes. This is your alignment. And remember, no manifestation can be withheld from a soul that refuses to speak against itself. That's why Florence said, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. So what are you sending out, beloved? Are you sending out fear? Or faith? Are you sending out worry? Or wealth? Are you sending out panic? Or peace? You already know the answer. You feel the shift. You've seen the signs. Now it's time to speak them into being. Let's loop again. One more sacred turn: calmness. Even when your bank account is quiet, your soul is peaceful. Angel numbers. Divine digits confirming alignment. Repeating words. Coded confirmations from spirit. Decluttering. The energetic clearing that makes room for the new. Unexpected gifts. The first raindrops of the harvest. Prosperity dreams. The subconscious rehearsing your rise. That deep knowing. That sacred click that says, it's done. If you are seeing these signs, wealth is already on the way. It is not a matter of if. It is only a matter of when. And the when gets faster, the moment your faith gets louder. And so I say this again, one more time for your soul to anchor it. Before the demonstration comes the conviction. And if you're still listening, if you're still here, if you've nodded and whispered, yes, to any of them, the conviction is already alive in you. And if the conviction is alive, the demonstration must appear. This is spiritual law. This is divine promise. This is the foundation of manifestation. So what will you do now? Will you honor the signs? Will you water the vision? Will you walk as if it's already done? Because it is. And now, beautiful soul, we come to the closing of this sacred circle. We've walked through the 7 signs. We've aligned our speech with faith. We've uprooted doubt. We've spoken life into the invisible. We've remembered before the demonstration comes the conviction. And if you're still here, truly here, not just listening with your ears, but with your spirit, then you are already walking in a new vibration. You have stepped out of fear and into knowing. You have stepped out of someday and into now. You have stepped out of waiting and into receiving. Let this moment be your altar. Let this space be where the old story ends and the new story begins. A story where wealth is not a fantasy, it's a frequency. A story where money does not elude you, it answers you. A story where every sign is no longer a mystery, it's a message from the divine. A story where you no longer ask, where is my abundance? You declare, I am my abundance. Loop with me now, not out of repetition, but out of sacred remembering. You felt a strange calm, a holy silence, a stillness that had no logic. You saw angel numbers, sequences like 888 and 1111 that tugged at your spirit. You heard phrases over and over, words that seemed to chase you down. You felt a deep pull to clean, to release, to say goodbye to the old. You received small gifts, money, favor, opportunities, smiles from the universe. You dreamed of symbols, gold, light, gates opening, and you simply knew something was near. These are not lucky coincidences. They are spiritual instructions. They are heaven's whisper saying, get ready, beloved. The blessing has left the warehouse. The delivery angels are en route. Keep the door of faith open. And if you try to talk yourself out of it, pause. If doubt comes knocking, pause. If fear starts to crawl back in, pause, and remember the loop. Remember the calm, remember the signs. Because the wealth is not coming, it's already here, it is seeking you, it is circling you. It is moving through time, circumstance, and divine design to reach you. But you must meet it in vibration. You must meet it in word. You must meet it in faith. That's why Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." You may not see the wealth with your physical eyes yet, but your spiritual eyes, oh, they have already glimpsed it. Your dreams have rehearsed it. Your intuition has confirmed it. Your spirit has recognized it. And now your job is simply stay ready, stay expectant, stay faithful. Don't kill the harvest with worry. Don't undo the signs with negative speech. Don't speak against your own prophecy. Say instead, every single day, something wonderful is happening for me now. My wealth is unfolding in divine timing. All that is mine by divine right is racing toward me now. Say it in the morning. Say it in traffic. Say it while you clean. Say it when the fear comes. Say it until your atmosphere shifts. Say it until wealth becomes not just a word but a way of being, because this is your truth now. You are no longer in waiting, you are in receiving. You are no longer wishing, you are in witnessing. You are no longer begging, you are in believing. The wealth is yours. The signs have confirmed it. The vibration is in motion. The harvest is on its way. And from this point forward, you are not available for poverty speech. You are not available for spiritual amnesia. You are not available for low vibration, because you have seen the signs. You have remembered your power. You have chosen alignment over anxiety, and you are walking as one who knows that the demonstration always follows conviction. Take a breath now. Feel the shift. It is not in the distance. It is within you. The wealth is in your words. The abundance is in your agreement. The manifestation is in your mindset. You don't need to chase money. Money is already chasing you, drawn to your frequency. You don't need to strive. You only need to stay in alignment. Say it with me one last time. If I have seen the signs, I have already touched the future. That's the great loop. That's the divine truth. That's the law of manifestation. You are no longer the person who says, "One day." You are the person who says, "It is done." And now, as you walk forward from this moment, do it with new eyes. Watch your world shift. Watch doors open. Watch money find you. Watch strangers bless you. Watch new opportunities pour in. Watch synchronicities multiply. Why? Because you saw the signs. Because you believed. Because you stayed in faith. Because you didn't ignore the whispers. Because you didn't talk yourself out of it. Because you spoke life. Because you prepared without proof. Because you walked like the answer was already here. That's how wealth arrives. Not through effort alone, but through energetic agreement. And now, I leave you with this divine instruction, this call to holy action. Track the signs. Write them down. Speak life over them. Prepare in faith, and above all, refuse to curse your own blessing with words of doubt. Because you are powerful. Because your word is law. Because your demonstration is inevitable. Say this with finality, this time, not just as a prayer but as a spiritual decree. I am the embodiment of divine wealth. The signs are my confirmation. The vibration is my invitation, and my demonstration is unfolding now. It is done, it is sealed, it is sowed. And so it is.